A new day is coming to the Democratic nomination race between Sanders and Hillary. Today, in primaries throughout the Midwest, Sanders is surging and probably will overtake Hillary and win Ohio and Illinois, and might well win Missouri. Only in North Carolina and Florida does Hillary still have a lead. Ultimately, Hillary has failed to win the northern black vote by anything like the majority she's piled up with the southern black vote. So she's capable basically of winning southern states in the primaries, but not mid-Atlantic or northeastern or north central states. She's lost Michigan and probably is going to lose Illinois and Ohio. And Indiana, I'm sure, is coming, and Wisconsin is probably coming. And all this augurs poorly for Hillary's showing in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and even New York State. The surge for Sanders is really sweeping all young people in its wake. And in a very significant thing, the young African-American population essentially has to choose between going with the older African-American vote for Hillary or the younger white and African-American vote for Sanders. And they're choosing the latter. And Hillary is really in trouble. Now, Hillary currently has a lead among pledged delegates, that is, those who actually have been chosen in primaries, not superdelegates, of 221 delegates. Bear in mind that 2 Democratic delegates is the same as 1 Republican delegate, because the Democratic convention is twice the size. Twice as many votes are needed to be nominated, the same majority proportion, but twice as many. And Sanders could erode Hillary's lead by winning vote after vote. The big difference between the Democratic and the Republican process is that the Democratic process remains a largely proportional representation process all the way to the end, whereas the Republican process resolves itself into winner-take-all or winner-take-most primary states, and there are very few proportional states from here on out. So the Republican race can resolve itself into a conclusion fairly easily by one candidate or the other winning a majority. The Democratic process will find it much more difficult to create a resolution because there'll always be narrow 5-10-point victories in each state, which will award only a slight plurality of delegates to the winner. Now, what that means is that Sanders might well win primary after primary after primary. Hillary has not shown an ability to win outside of the South. Sanders has shown an ability to win in the West, in New England, and in the mid-Atlantic states. And if that continues, you're going to see Sanders winning primary after primary after primary, and Hillary losing primary after primary. And Sanders will gradually creep up to Hillary's share, but may not have enough time to pass her. And Hillary may go into the convention with as many pledged delegates as Sanders. She would then get the nomination with the votes of superdelegates, who are responsible to nobody. And that will cause all hell to break loose in the Democratic Party. Number one, because the superdelegates are not chosen by anybody. And secondly, because the Sanders campaign will have racked up a series of unprecedented, shattering victories in state after state after state, but might still come up short at the convention. So this dynamic could play out into a repeat of 1968, where Humphrey won the nomination without winning primaries and got the nomination and overcame McCarthy and McGovern and the legacy of Bobby Kennedy, who had entered and won all of the primaries. So stay tuned. This is going to be a very interesting denouement. And if tonight we see Sanders winning Ohio and Illinois and possibly Missouri, we are headed for one hell of a ride. Thanks for watching.